Okay, let me be very honest with you, okay? If you are watching this video, most likely the iPhone 16e is not for you. I know you are watching all these iPhone 16e videos because you are looking for reasons to buy one, because it's new and all, right? But let me tell you what I think about it after using it for 1 week. What's up guys, Jason smashpop here. So this is the new iPhone 16e, okay? Let me start the video by telling you what I like about it. Now, of course, the design. It is a little bit simple. As you can see, there's nothing on the back, but it only comes in matte black or matte white. And this is my favorite color, matte black, okay? Also, in case if you're not aware, the iPhone 16e design is actually based on the iPhone 14. And that also means you get the same 6.1-inch screen, the same kind of thick bezel or the border around the screen, and also the overall size. But because it's 2025, Apple has actually updated the charging port to USB-C and also added an action button on the side. Let's talk about that a bit later. Now that I've talked a little bit about the design, which is what I love about the phone, let's talk about some concerns by many people since the announcement of this iPhone 16e, okay? Now the first thing is the lack of Magsafe. Now since many generations of iPhones before this, Apple has actually taught us how important it is to have a Magsafe port at the back, because nowadays all the wireless chargers are Magsafe compatible, and we also have this wireless Magsafe stand by the bedside for us to use standby mode, and the lack of it actually makes a lot of people feel like, should I get this phone? But there's actually a solution, because we always use an iPhone with a case, right? So what we need to do is get one of the case that has Magsafe at the back. So once you put the Magsafe casing at the back, now your iPhone 16e will have Magsafe and is compatible to be used with all the accessories, all the chargers, and you can even use it for standby mode. But before you get too happy, the wireless charging speed is still 7.5 watt, which is kinda slow, okay? So do take note about that. Now the next very big concern is the camera, because the iPhone 16e only comes with one camera at the back. And people are like, oh no, how now? I don't have ultra wide, I don't have zoom. Yes, you don't have all those things because you only have a 48 megapixel sensor and you only got 1x and also 2x zoom. And the 2x is actually an in-sensor crop, so it's not a separate optical zoom lens. So based on my experience taking photos using the main camera, actually not main camera, the only camera at the back, the 48 megapixel fusion camera works very well in taking subjects, in taking sceneries, and also taking close-ups. I say close-up, yeah, because there is no macro mode, but I realized that it can actually go quite close to sort of pretend to be macro mode, okay? And because the sensor is actually a little bit smaller than the usual iPhone 16s, the natural bokeh is actually not as strong. But if you're not into those kind of things, then there's no problem for you. But I do think the iPhone 16e is lacking when it comes to portrait, because the portrait mode for this camera is the old version whereby you can only do portrait effects when you're pointing at someone's face. So you can't do portrait photos for like objects, for your food, or for anything you see in front of you. So one thing to note, the iPhone 16e has a brand new component inside, and that's the C1 cellular modem made by Apple themselves. So I guess one of the reasons why the iPhone 16 exists is because Apple wants to try out this new C1 cellular modem in the brand new iPhone, and they don't want to put it in the big flagships, hence they make this 16e to try it out. Based on my experience using the iPhone 16e for a week, I realized that the C1 modem does not give me any big differences in experience-wise, because I can load YouTube videos 4K anytime I want without any hiccups or lag. Even if I do like a speed test, like what you can see now, the numbers are actually quite similar, but most of the time I'm getting a higher number when I use the cellular modem on the iPhone 16 Pro Max compared to the 16e, but somehow the upload speeds are always better on the 16e. So the big question that everyone is asking, why does this phone exist? Why did Apple make the 16e? I think the biggest reason is Apple wants a budget phone or an entry-level iPhone for people to start using Apple Intelligence. And that is also why they have the action button here, which you can map for visual intelligence. Other than visual intelligence, you can also use the iPhone 16e for Genmoji, for Image Playground, and other Apple Intelligence features. So on a side note, if anyone were to say, hey, the iPhone 16e is a good entry point for Android users to actually port over to try iOS, I would say not likely, because the starting price of $2,999 for base model is actually quite steep for a lot of Android users. Hence, I really think that the iPhone 16e should have started at a lower price, for example, $2,005 or $2,004, and then that argument will be legit. So let's get back to the very first question that I asked at the beginning of this video, okay? If this phone is not for you, then who is it for? Well, I really think that this phone is for you to buy for your parents. Because I realize that parents, they don't really care about ultra wide or even like zooms or whatever. They just need a camera to capture their day-to-day stuff, you know, to send to group chats, to send to their families and friends. Hence, the iPhone 16e with one camera is sufficient enough for your mom or for your dad. Also, if you run a company, this would make a great company phone that you can actually get for all your teammates or your employees, so that everyone can be on the same system. And because iOS is so secure, it is the best phone to do your office stuff. So that's all for this video. If you're a parent, send this video to your kids, okay? Because then your kids will know that, oh, I should buy this iPhone 6e for my mom, like that, okay? So subscribe to this video, press the subscribe button below this, and also share this video with your friends. And yeah, follow me on all social platforms. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.